Hello friends, in today's video we are discussing about examples on resource leveling and resource smoothing. Let's move on to example number 1. On your screen, as we can see, example is given with activities, duration and the number of machines required to perform that particular activity. Now as you can see, we have to carry out the resource leveling and resource smoothing if resources available is 15 per day. So here the resources are limited to 15 per day. So we are having only 15 machines per day. Now before moving on to leveling and smoothing part, first of all we have to draw a network. So over here as you can see, I have drawn a network using given activities and their duration. So activity 1, 2. From 2 we are having 3 activities, 2, 3, 2, 4 and 2, 5. And last is activity 5, 6. Accordingly, we are giving its duration like 6, 5, 3, 7, 8, 3 and 6. Now, what is the first step? The first step is we have to find out project duration and then we have to find out critical path. To find out project duration, we have to find out TE of each activity and we have to use forward pass for it. So whenever we are finding out TE, keep in mind you have to go from left to right, that is in forward pass, and we have to keep maximum value at that particular node. So let us find out TE. Starting from activity 1 or node 1. On node 1 we have a 0 time. So 0 plus 6 will give us 6. Now as we can see from second node we are having 3 activities. So 6 plus 5 will give us 11. 6 plus 7 is 13. Then 6 plus 3 will give us 9. Now coming on to fifth node, as we can see 2 arrows are merging from 3 and 4 also. So 11 plus 8 will give us 19, whereas 9 plus 3 will give us 12. And the rule says we have to keep maximum value. So maximum is 19. So we'll keep 19. Now 19 plus 6 will give us 25. So as we have seen, the project duration is for this particular project, that is 25 days. So we'll require 25 days to complete this particular project. Now we have to find out critical path. To find out critical path, we have to find out TL of each activity. So TL we can find out by using backward pass, that is from right to towards left, and we have to keep minimum value on the node. So let us go towards first activity. Now 25 minus 6, while finding out TL we have to subtract the duration. So 25 minus 6 will give us 19. Now from fifth we have 3 arrows, so we have to go in backward direction, that is 19 minus 8 will give us 11 and 19 minus 3 will give us 6, that is 16, and 19 minus 7 will give us the value equal to 11. 12. Now as you can see on your second node we are having 3 arrows, so there should be 3 values. So 11 minus 5 will give us 6 and 16 minus 3 again will give us 13. As the rule says we have to keep minimum value, that is 6, and now 6 minus 6 will give us 0. Now to find out critical path. What is critical path? When the slack is 0. So where is slack is 0? 0 minus 0, that is 0. That means what? Activity 1 is our critical activity. On second node 6 minus 6, 0. So we can say this is our critical activity. Now as we can see here, second and third activity, 11 minus 11, 0. So slack is 0. Float presents as 0. Same for your 3, 5, 19 hai, and for 5, 6 that is 25. From this we can write down we have a critical path that is 1, 2, 3, 5 and 6. So the critical path is 1, 2, 3, 5 and 6. This means what? The activities on the critical path having 0 float which cannot be delayed. If we delay the activity on critical path, the project duration will increase. So we have find out the critical path. Now by using this critical path, what we have to do? We have to find out the number of missions required per day. As we know, the total duration is 25 days. So we have to find out the number of labors or number of missions required per day to perform each activity. So by using the third column of your given question, so see this question, number of missions. By using this number of missions, now we have to find out how many number of missions required per day. If it is more than 15, then we have to go for resource leveling and resource smoothing. So on next slide, as you can see, I have drawn this for your convenience, in which we can see here. Total we have 25 days. So starting from day 1 from 25th day. First of all, focus on the upper portion. In this portion, as you can see, we have drawn a bar chart or a line chart in which represents activities. So from activity 1 to we have number of days is 6. Likewise, from second activity we have 2, 3, 2, 4 and 2, 5. For 2, 3 we have 5 days. For 2, 5 we have 7 days, and for 2 and 4 we have 3 days. After completion of your 5th and 4th activity, we have 4, 5 that is 3 days and 3, 5 that is 8 days. Likewise. So as you can see, the dotted lines represent total float available. So for activity 2, 5, the total float available is 6 days. Same for activity 3 and 5. As you can see, the dotted lines represents what? Total float available. So float available over here is 7 days. It means what? You can delay these activities by the number of days available as a float. Now, the first we have to calculate the number of missions required for this particular days. So as you can see over here, for activity 1, 2, we require 10 missions, 2, 3, 5, 2, 4, 10. So we'll write down number of missions required over here. For activity 1, 2, we require what? We require 10 missions each. So each day we require 10 missions. So likewise, each day will be required 10 missions. Same for your activity 2 and 3. For 2, 3, we require number of missions is 5. So you can write down 5 over each day. Now as you can see, for your activity 2, 4 we require 10, 2, 5, 5. So write down over here. For activity 2 and 4 we require 10 labors per day. And for activity 2 and 5 again we require 5 labors per day. So likewise you can write down for each day. And then for 3 and 5 we require 6 labor per day. So you can write down 6 per day. For activity 4, 5 we require 4 labors or fair missions, and same for your activity 5 and 6. This is each day. Now we have to calculate the total number of missions required each day. So how will you calculate? Just you have to do the vertical summation of these lines. So over here in the period starting from your first day, we require 10 labors. For first 6 days we require only 10 missions. But from second to your third activity, as you can see, 5 plus 5 plus 10 that is 20. So for next 3 days we require 20 machines. After that 5 plus 5 plus 4. Likewise we require 14 machines for next 2 days, and then we required 15 machines for this particular day, over which we required 11, then we require only 6 machines, and for remaining days we require only 4 machines. So likewise we have to calculate the total number of machines required by using your critical path. As you have seen, I have keep the critical path on a single line so that we don't have to disturb that, because we are not having any float available with this critical path. Now I have represented this in a bar chart. Why bar chart is important? Over here you can give or you can have a idea regarding number of days and the resources available or resources required in that particular day. So on x-axis we have number of days starting from 0th day to your 25th day. On y-axis we have resources starting from 0 to 20. So as you can see over here, I have used a scale so that you can fit this on this particular graph. So for first 6 days, as you can see, we require only 10 labors. Then from your 7, 8 and 9 day we require 20 machines. For 10th and 11th day we require 14. For 12th day we require 15. Then we require 11 and so on, 6 and 4. So these are the number of resources required per day according to the given schedule. But now the problem is we have resources limited to 15 only. This green line represents number of resources available with us every day. So we have only 15 labors available per day. So which means what? Over here we require excess 5 machines for 3 days, that is your day 7, 8 and 9, which is not possible. So now in this case what we have to do? Now we have to go for resource leveling and resource smoothing. Before going to resource leveling and smoothing, as we can see, we have the float available for your activity 2.5 and activity 2.4 and 4.5. So by using this float, we can delay the activity. So let's try and level the resource available. So what I will do, I will delay the activity 2.5 by 6 days, as the number of float, total number of float available is 6. I will delay the activity 2.5 by 6 days. So moving on to next page, as you can see, I have delayed the activity 2 and 5, that is your 2 dash and 5 by 6 days. Now the activity 2 will start after 6 days. So by doing this, what we'll get, we'll see over here. So again we have to write down the resources required for each activity. So activity 1 and 2 require 10 resource each. So 10 resource per day I am writing directly, so you can identify it. For 2, 3 we required 5. For 2 and 4 again we required 10. Then 2, 5 we required number of resources as 5. Then for 2 and 3 we required 6. For 4, 5 4, and for 5, 6 we required 4. Then now moving on to the next topic. Now we have to calculate the total number of resources required, that is 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 and 10. Now over here 10 plus 5, that is 15, 15, 15, 15. Now as you can see in this portion we actually not require 15, we require only 9, because 5 plus 4, 9. For this will be required 6 plus 4, that is 10. Then 6 plus 5, that is 11, 11, 11, 11, 11 and 11. And for last 6 days we require only 4 missions. Now, as you have seen, by delaying activity 2 by 6 days or the available float, the maximum number of missions required per day is limited to 15 only. That is for your day 7, 8 and 9. In previous situation, we required 20 missions. Because of delaying one activity, now we require maximum number of labors or missions as 15. So, as you can see over here in the graph, the bar chart format, number of days and resources starting from your 0 to 25th day and resources from 0 to 18th. And this green line represent what? Resource limit, that is 15 missions. So for first 6 days we require only 10 missions. For your 7, 8 and 9 day we require only 15 as we have delayed the one activity. By delaying this one activity, here from your day 13 to your day 19th, previously we required only 6 missions, but here we require total 11 missions by delaying one activity, which is under control. So by using resource leveling and smoothening, we can do this particular example and we can manage the resources. So in this video, we have seen how to use resource leveling and smoothening by using floats available in the given schedule. Thank you.